Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guy, and this is the start of our new series. In this series, we are going to make a 3D platformer game inside of Unity using C Sharp. So this is going to be a great tutorial, and this is going for a more of an intermediate level. So if you are a complete beginner in Unity, I recommend you to watch my FPS series first because that is designed for absolute beginners. So yeah, now let's create a 3D platformer. To create a new project, just select the 3D template. We do not need to use HDRP here. We might add that later, but no. And for the project name, I'm just going to say 3D platformer, and just select whatever location you want and hit create project. Alright, so once the Unity project has opened up, we can start programming our player here, and in this series we are actually going to use physics based movement for the player. So first of all, I will add a 3D cube here and I will call this one ground. Then I'm going to make it at 0 0 0, and here it is. And then I'm going to decrease its size on I'm going to increase its size on the x to something like 5 at least, if not 10, and on the z as 5 as well, and on the y I'm going to maybe make it zero point 0.5 or maybe 0.1, because we don't really need thickness. And once you have done that, we can you can add a different material if you want. You can do whatever you like here, if you want to create a material, just go under here and create a new material here, a folder here called materials. And in here I'm just going to right click, create a new material. I'm going to call this ground. Then I'm going to select the albedo as green. Then I'm just going to drag this on here. I'm going to make it non-smooth at all, and then I'm going to make it a little darker, and yeah, that looks pretty nice. So now we have got a ground. I think we can add a player now. So I'm going to right click here, create a for the player you can create a direct well, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to create a capsule here. I'm going to move it up. Okay, make sure it's at 0 0 on both the x and z, and then move it up on the y to something like 1.5 or something like that. And then I'm going to just select my this here, this thing, whatever you want to call it, a ground, and I'm going to make it a little larger so that the player has a little bit more space to move around when we actually program the movement. Now for this we are going to use a third person camera. This game is going to be a third person game, so we are going to use a third person camera. And how are we supposed to program third person camera movement? Well, that is a question that you can answer by going open a Visual Studio and just writing the whole camera system on your own. But it's likely that your camera system is not going to be that good, and it's just going to be a waste of time to program the whole camera system, in code yourself. So there's a much better way to do it by using Unity solution to creating cameras, which is the cinemachine. Cinemachine is the best camera thing ever, and we also used it in the 2D platformer games, and we are also using it in the 3D platformer game. So for this we can go under the package manager, and in here make sure that you are using Unity registry as the packages, and let it just set to the packages. Of course you require an internet connection for this, and once it has fetched all of the packages, you can just go down and select the cinemachine package in here. As soon as you do that, just click install, and well, let it install. It shouldn't take that long. Alright, so once the package has installed, all you need to do is go under the hierarchy, right click and create a new cinemachine. Go under cinemachine and create a, you can see there are a bunch of different cameras here. We want the free look camera. I'm just going to call it camera, and you might want, and what you can do here is you can see that we have got two options here. One is follow and one is look at. Now if I go under my game, currently it looks at like this because it's currently inside of the ground. But if I go ahead in the camera and I for the follow, I drag the let me rename this capsule to player, and if I just drag the player in the follow and player in the look at as well, then you can see that this is what it looks like. And you can change the field of view if you want. I would prefer a 60-degree field of view, or sometimes you might want 90 degrees, but 60 is fine. And for the there is should be an option here to actually okay, you can move it on the x-axis, but all right, let me see. There should be an option for making it a little bit more you, because I think it might be a little bit close to the camera, not really, but if I hit play right now, then what you should see is that it's automatically set up, so I can now move my mouse and it works. But yeah, the point is that our mouse is not currently captured by the screen. For that we will have to create our custom script. So I'm going to right click in here and add in a, oh, actually not there, I'm going to right click and create a new folder here for scripts. And in this folder I'm going to right click and create a new C# script called camera. Then what you can do is you can drag the script in on the camera object. Okay, let it compile first. You can see it's compiling down here, and once it compiles you can, and of course you need to reload the script assemblies. So once it does that, all you need to do is drag the camera on this camera object, and in here we can double click on this to open up the camera script in Visual Studio. Alright, so once it opens up, just remove the top two using tags because these are just unnecessary. And in we can remove the update method. I'm also going to remove the comment in here, and all I'm going to do here is I'm going to go cursor dot lock mode, cursor dot lock state is equal to cursor lock mode dot locked. And yeah, that's pretty easy. So once you have done that, all you need to do is go under Unity, and in here just let it compile the scripts that we have got. And once it does that, all you need to do is hit play, and it should automatically work, and our mouse should be locked now. So let's see, and as soon as I click inside, my mouse gets oh, it only gets locked. It's still visible for some reason, and you can see that I can move in and out and everything is working. But let us go on here and cursor lock mode dot well, it should work, but I think that it has got something to do with Unity rather than the actual rather than the game. So yeah, this okay, it works, and you can see that now we can move around and I can zoom in and out, and it's all really nice. And the reason for that is that we are using cinemachine free look, and we didn't have to write a single line of code except to do that to the camera. And you can change the speed and stuff in here if you want to make it a little bit more faster, but I don't think we want to do that right now, and you can do whatever you like. So this is really nice, and now we have got a nice camera which really easily did without doing any coding. And I'm actually going to end this video here because I don't think that I think that is pretty much enough for this video. And you play around with the stuff if you can program a rigid body controller yourself, but we will be programming the rigid body controller in the next video. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and check out my other developers channel as well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.